Hi guys, welcome to the Rule of Two, where the Star Wars news saga continues. I'm Terrence, and I'm back. I know it's been a minute. But I actually, since May the 4th, be with you just passed. They finally released the episodes for Tales of the Empire, which is a successor, I would assume, to be from Tales of the Jedi, which an animated series that seems like it's like an anthology, but not really. Just like with Tales of the Jedi, it's kind of set up in that same kind of Clone Wars type animation where it's 3D esque. But instead of telling separate stories like they've done before with that little Japanese interpretation, they kind of focus on a specific character story. In Tales of the Jedi, they kind of focus more on Ahsoka. With Tales of the Empire, they actually have two separate stories, both taking place in about 3 episodes. For the most part, I kind of feel like this thing could have been done as just mostly a short movies. But I guess it wasn't really going to tie into a theme where they can kind of they can continue on telling more Jedi tales and more Empire tales of characters that I guess are background characters or characters that need a little bit more explaining. With Tales of Jedi, they did more explaining for Ahsoka and her ascension. And in this one, we have two different characters. One character, I guess the first 3 episodes is about Morgan Elsbeth. And I have to say, I mean, I really didn't care about Morgan's Elsbeth. I felt like we got Morgan Elsbeth's story completed and told in Ahsoka. So I felt like these episodes, or at least the series, probably should have came out before Ahsoka aired. Actually, I would prefer if it came out before Morgan Elsbeth got introduced in Mandalorian, but I see how they were trying to hide her greater purpose in Mandalorian to the end. So after Mandalorian, before Ahsoka, this probably should have aired. So that way it would have got a little bit more backstory because now that she's already gone, spoiler alert, I don't really care more about her backstory and how she kind of rose to prominence in her power and working with my goodness, I don't know why I'm spazzing on the name, but working with the Empire. Now, where the show actually does really take off is in the later half, 4, 5, and 6, starting from Devoted all the way through No Way Out, where we get the story of Barriss, who starts off as a Jedi during Order 66, and they're being captured by the clones. But since, I guess, not a Jedi, but more of a Padawan, but since they weren't truly Jedi, they just get taken prisoner. And then seeing the recruitment of the Empire from people from the Fallen Republic and what may have happened to the Padawans that Vader didn't kill, and how maybe all the Inquisitors became Inquisitors, because we kind of see Barriss gets trained by the Grand Inquisitor and become an Inquisitor herself, and then go out on missions along with other Inquisitors, but still kind of have the inner goodness, even though she was kind of mad at the Jedi and what happened in the fall and their arrogance at the time. You kind of see that the goodness is still within her, and also to her relationship with her sister Inquisitor. She refers to her as Lynn. Most of the time, just call her like sister, but Lynn. And they're kind of back and forth, two different sides of the Force in a sense, to where at the end she's more sensing her light side, and then Lynn is definitely consumed by the dark. One of the major things about this, I wish I would know that they were going to do something more with. One, they introduce a family who's being helped by Barriss, and I wonder because the child that they have is force sensitive. I wonder if that child's actually going to turn out to be somebody important. Also, too, another thing I was kind of questioning about is that are we going to see more Inquisitors? Will the sister Inquisitor Lynn, will she actually turn out to be somebody important as well? Because towards the end, we get to see a redemption for her, and I want to know if maybe that somehow plays into further into the Jedi or her relationship with the Empire going forth. They do kind of pose it in a way where like the Empire is helping you, but also being kind of dicks at the same time, while they're trying to talk about how it's better to be under the Empire. I will say the show in general was very enjoyable. I wish the episode had been a little bit longer. 16 minutes is kind of short, and I feel like they don't really get to tell a full story, even though they did keep it well paced to where like you didn't feel like it was over and done in a minute or in the 60 minutes that you're watching, but also too, you didn't feel like it dragged on. So I guess maybe at 30 minutes they would have had to put a lot of filler in it, or they probably could have knocked these two things out into 45-minute episodes, and like a movie that just had two parts. But either way, I can't wait to see what else they do with Tales of the Empire and actually Tales of the Jedi as well. More along that as things go on. We are getting close to the Alkalite, and I will be back to do a video in regards to what I expect to see out of the Acolyte and what they may give us in our Lord Expectations episode that we always do. So be on the lookout for that. You will see me more back here on the Ruler too. So don't think this is a one and done. So with that being said, may the Force be with you always.
Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, I mean, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch the show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts.
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out. We appreciate it.